Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Om Atulita Baladhamam Hemashailaabhadeham Danujavana-krishanum Jnaninam-agraganyam Sakalagunanidhanam Vanaranamadhisham Raghupati-priyabhaktam Vatajatan namami. Raghupati-priyabhaktam Vatajatan namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Premapurnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shokamoha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji expresses to Vashishta ji that now that they have seen Ramchandra ji, Sita ji, Lakshman ji, let the Nagaravasis go back to Ayodhya. They are all having lot of discomfort, so let them go back. Dharma setu karunayatana kasana kaham Rama. Hey Rama, why will you not speak like this? Kasana kaham. You are the very embodiment of dharma, and you are the bridge which is dharma for a common jiva to reach the destination of Bhagavan. Loga dukkata dina duidarasa. Loka dukkata, people are so distressed. They have come all the way to see you, Sita and Lakshmana. So, dinadui, 2 more days. Darasa dekhilaham vishrama. Let them have your, darshan to their heart's content. And then let them also rest, because they again have to go to such a long distance. So let them rest. And Ramchandraji agreed. Continuing in the 249th verse. राम बचन सुनि सभय समाजु जनु जल निधि महु बिकल जहाजु सुनि गुर गिरा सुमंगल मूला भयउ मनहु मारुथ अनुकूला पावन पर्यति हूँ काल निहाही जो बिलो की अघ ओघ न साही मंगल मूर्ति लोचन भरी भरी निर कहीं हर्ष दंडवत करी करी राम शैल बन देख न जाही जहाँ सुख सकल सकल दुख नाही झरना झरहि सुदा समबारी त्रिविध तापहर त्रिविध भयारी बिटप बोली तृण आगनित जाति फल प्रसून पल्लव बहु भांति सुंदर शिला सुखद तरु छाही जाई बरनी बन छवि के ही पाही सरनि सरोरुह जल बिहग कूजत गुंजत भृंग बैर बिगत बिहरत बिपिन मृग बिहंग बहुरंग सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। राम बचन सुनि सभय समाजु जनु जल निधि महु बिकल जहाजु। The people who came there listening to Ramchandra, Rama Bachana Suni, Sabhaya Samaju, they became terrified. What? Ramchandraji want us to go back now? Janu Jalanidhi Mahu Bikala Jahaju, like a ship tossed in the waters, in the storm of the, waters in the ocean. They were all so perplexed. Suni Gura Gira Sumangala Mula Bhayavu Manahu Maruta Anukula. However, when the Guru spoke the auspicious words to Ramchandraji, it was as though after that whole turmoil was over, a beautiful breeze flew, and then there was so much of joy and peace. Like that they felt when Guru said, let them stay for 2-3 more days. Pavana pariyati hukala nahahi. 3 times a day. I remember I had been to Varanasi and I stayed there for a couple of days, and I was thinking, it is not so easy for people down south. How many times do we go to Ganga? So I went there from 4-5 times. I took bath in Gangaji. I now remember. I remember that. See, thrice a day, in the morning, noon, and evening, they went and took bath in the Payaswini river, that is Mandakini river. Jo bilo ki agha ogha nasahi. And the very sight of Gangaji, the very sight of Mandakini, Payaswini river, the very sight of such holy rivers, it will remove all our pain and suffering. Even Papanashini, it will remove our sins also. Mangala Murati Lochana Bhari Bhari. All the time, They were feasting on the very Rupa of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji, who is an incarnation of all Mangala Murati. He is an incarnation of the very blessedness itself. So they were seeing him again and again. Nirakhi harashi dandavata kari kari. And time and again, dandavata again and again, look at him and then do namaskaram, prostrate to him, dirgha danda pranama, time and again they did. Because one more reason is they were in a manner of saying scared also, because any moment, now enough, now all of you go. If Rama says we have to go. So as long as we are there, we will have all the time darshan of Bhagavan Rama, and then time and again, as many as possible namaskaras they did towards Ramchandraji. Again and again. Rama Saila Bana Dekhat Jahi Jaha Sukha Sakala Sakala Dukha Nahi. And in between, see, Ramchandraji also had to go and do his own work and etc., see other people, etc. At that time, these people, they went, Rama Saila, in the after the presence of Rama is there, sometime when he is not there, they went and saw all the hills and woods and forests and flowers and plants and everything. Jaha Sukha Sakala Sakala Dukha Nahi, where every kind of joy, so much of pleasure by seeing this Prakriti Dharma, there is so much of joy they enjoyed, and they were completely free of all kinds of sorrow. Dukkha nahi, sakala dukkha nahi, no type of dukkha was there with him. You can include all possible dukkha. Jharana jharahi sudha samabari, and the water was like sweet, very sweet, like nectar which was flowing down in the springs. Trividha tapahara trividha bayari, and it was so beautiful, it was cool, and it was so soft, and it was fragrant, and it removed all three types of sorrows: Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika Tapa. All the three types of tapas it removed. Why? One of the very interesting reason, one of the commentators says, is their mind was so tuned to Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji that the mind did not have time to think of all the tapa. Now this is a very important point. We should take note of this point. It is said, pain is for the body, suffering is at the mind. All sufferings, which we call it as pain at the physical body also, it is because of the recognition of the mind. That is why even when they cut open during operation, surgery, they put you to sleep, forcible sleep. They remove the consciousness aspect of yours. Consciousness meaning what? Mind's recognition. You are put to sleep. Then, even if they cut the body open, you will not even know that the body is being cut. How amputations are done, isn't it? Caesarean is done, C-section. All those are done. If that anesthesia is not given, then you will be awake, your mind will be awake. And when the mind is alert and vigilant, even one small something comes and falls at your hand, on your hand, actually nothing actually, but you say, why? Because the mind is very conscious. Therefore, even if some it may not be any really thing, something comes and falls, like that we say. You probably somebody is throwing, then you scold or something like that. But when the cut is done, surgery is done, we don't know anything. Therefore, mind is the one which recognizes pain. Minus the mind, pain is not felt, suffering is not felt. After that particular anesthesia effect is gone, until then, mind does not recognize that. You may be awake, but then mind cannot feel that particular pain is not felt. The moment slowly the anesthesia effect is gone, slowly pain comes. Why does that happen? Because mind starts recognizing that pain. Think. When the mind is absent, pain is not there. This is the moral of the story. Right? Now, all the people of Ayodhya, their mind was not there on their body at all. They were completely carried away by the looks of Bhagavan Ramchandraji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji, and the very wonderful, Prakriti. To such an extent, they never recognize the presence of their body, therefore no tapa can take place. How wonderful! Bitapa belitrana aganita jati phala prasuna pallava bahubhati. Pitapa, trees, beli, creepers, trina, grasses, aganita jati, infinite variety. Phala, fruits, prasuna, flowers, pallava, leaves, again bahubhati, very many kinds. Sundara sila sukhadata ruchahi, jai barani bana chabi kehi pahi. The stones, even the stones are very various slabs of stones, some very many varieties of stones, all of those stones and the trees over them. On the sides and all the trees have grown, and there were stones and the trees covering them, giving them good shadow. It was such a splendor to behold, and it was beyond description. Sarani saroruha jalabihaga kujata gunjata bringa. And in that lakes, beautiful roses, and then the waterfalls falling towards the lake, the water falling to the lake, and it cooled the entire atmosphere. And the bees, bringa, gunjata, the bees were beautifully flying from one flower to the other, from that flower to the other, and so many bees, they would hum, and it would create such a beautiful atmosphere. Bhairabhigata biharata bipina mrigabhihanga bahuranga. All the birds, varieties, colorful, various sizes, and all the bees means animals, varieties of animals, deers, fox maybe, jackals maybe. We are only imagining, because when it is in plural, then we can imagine all those which can move around like that, of various colors, birds of various colors, various patterns and all. They all roamed about the forest, absolutely free from any fear. That was a beautiful sight, which every Ayodhyavasi felt, and they were so immersed in that. All their house, their pain, their suffering, problems, everything they forgot. Continuing in the 250th verse. Kola kirata bhilla banavasi madhu suchi sundara swadu sudhasi bhari bhari parana putira chiruri kandamula phala ankura juri sabahi dehi karibinaya pranama kahi kahi swad bheda gunanama dehi loga bahu molana lohi pherat ram duhai dehi kahi saneha magan mridubani manat sadhu prema pahichani tum sukriti ham neech nishada पावादर सनुराम प्रसादा हम ही अगमति दरसु तुम्हारा जस मरुधरनि देव धुनि धारा राम कृपाल निषाद निवाजा परिजन प्रजऊ चाहिए जस राजा यह जिय जानी संकोचु तजी करिय छोहु लखिनेहु हम ही कृतार्थ करन लगी फल तृण अंकुर लेहु सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। खोल किरातक बिल्ल बनबासी मधु सुचि सुंदर स्वाधु सुदासी। The varieties of tribal people who were living there, Kolas, Kiratakas, Bhillas, and Vanavasi, all the people who lived in forest, Madhu Suchi Sundara Swadhu Sudasi, they were so happy seeing Ayodhya Vasis there. You know, when you go to villages and tribal, all the city people come, they feel very big people and all have come like that, they will feel, and then they will want to help. Can I help you, sir? They will probably also like that. They also, what they did, they made bowls with leaves. Bowls with leaves in various puja places. You would have seen the Brahmanas doing in plant and leaf. They cut and then they fold it like that and pin it with that stick only. Then they make a lot of bowls. Similarly, they made lot of bowls of leaves and then they filled them with pure, tasty, delicious honey for all of them to consume. It was as delicious like nectar. Bhari bhari parana puti ruchi chururi kandamula phala ankura juri. And then they filled them not only with the honey, they also filled them with lot of fruits and bulbs and roots and all those sprouts, etc. Everything they made and they offered to all the people who had come there. Sabahi dehi kari binaya pranama. And to all the newcomers, they gave everything and with lot of love, lot of joy, and they submitted with pranams, saluting them. Kahi kahi swad bheda guna nama. And people are also very interesting. I think we also have been doing it whenever we go out. Things like that. Some new item were brought. See, this is one very interesting thing of the city life. City life, you have got so many things and all decorated, cooked, and so many varieties. And then they have their own, stylish names and things like that. But very many times we don't even understand what fruit we are eating. Why? Our day is so worked in such a workaday world, something we just hog and go very many times. Here, the Gramavasis, the tribal people, they not only served them in that bowls everything, they also told them the names. The city people also, Ayodhya was also, they also asked them, what is this? What do you call this? What is its name? And then before eating, they find out how will it taste. If it is going, will it be bitter or it will be very sweet or sour? How will it be? Like that. Kahi kahi swada bheda guna nama. They told them the taste and then what is the species it belongs to, what is the virtue in that particular, what is the goodness in that particular fruit or root or whatever, and then what is the name of all of them, nama, everything they told. Dehi loga bahumola nalehi pherat ram dohai dehi. City people, we have got certain, attitudes are there, certain culture has been developed and some way of life has been developed in the city, which is different in the Grama Vasa, in the Grama villages. Now the city people thought, how can we accept everything without giving something? So they started giving, not money, or money means in that particular, whatever the money was, the format there, they tried to give. Nobody accepted. Mola nale, nobody accepted anything. Pherata Rama dohai dehi. They returned everything. Why? Because all of you have come with the love of Bhagavan Ramchandraji. And how can we accept from the Bhakta of Ramchandraji? No, you please take it back. We don't want it. And then they said, Kahi saneha magana mridubani manata sadhu pema pahichani. And all of them, they were overwhelmed with so much of joy, so much of, lots of love, pure love, unconditional love, non-expecting love. Nothing they want. They just want to do. Why? Because Bhagavan Ramchandraji's bhaktas have come. So everybody joined. The entire tribal people, they joined, and everybody brought everything to them. They were so taken away by, the love. Saneha magana. Mridubani, they said, Manata sadhu pema pahichani. With lot of respect, with lot of love and things like that. Once they have to, recognize that love towards Ramchandraji, that was sufficient for them. They said, Tuma Sukriti. All of you are so virtuous. You are so blessed to have been living in the place where Ramchandraji was living. You are such virtuous people, Sukriti. Hama Nicha Nishada. We are all very low born. We are all tribal people. We are illiterate people. We don't know anything. Pavadarasanu Rama Prasada. It is only the grace of Rama that we have been blessed with all of your darshan also. Only because of the blessings of Rama, we got all of your darshan today. Hamahi agamati darasu tumhara. Otherwise, all of you were somewhere in the city. Where will we people come there? So there was no reason, there was no way out for us to come and have your darshan there. But it is because of Ramchandraji that all of you had to come here, and we are blessed with all of your darshan. See the magnanimity, see the love, see the purity of mind that tribal illiterate people have. And look at the way city works. Hamahi agamati darasu tumhara jasa marudharani deva dhunidhara. Just as the heavenly river Ganga very beautifully flows down to every places, dividing herself, and she entertains and enriches so many people. Likewise, all of you have come. Rama Kripala Nishada Nevaja. Rama Kripala, the most all merciful Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji, Nishada Nevaja, has showered his grace on the Nishada Raja. Parijana Prajavu Chahiya Jasa Raja. And the king's kith and kin and the subjects to all of them are here at his disposition, no doubt, but they are all here for us to take darshan of. Yahaji yajani sankocutaji kariyacho lakhinehu. Please bear this in mind. Understand that we are blessed by serving all of you, and therefore please give up all those hesitation. Kariyachohu, you please recognizing the love what we have, and please grace us with your blessings. Hamahi kritharata karana lagi phalatrina ankuralehu. And therefore, please oblige. Please bless us. Please accept these fruits. Please accept everything. Phalatrina ankuralehu. The grass, the roots, the shoots, whatever we give, please accept it, recognizing the love we have towards all of you and the bhakti we have towards Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. Any amount of literacy any amount of degrees behind our name. It may be worth for a different reason, for survival purpose, but the love they show is what will enrich all of us. And what is the indication here? Indication is you also, without literacy, if they can be like that, having educated, how much love we must have for others. Continuing. तुम प्रिय पाहुन. Now this is a very beautiful chaupai. तुम प्रिय पाहुने बन पगुधारे, सेवा जो गुण भाग हमारे, देव काह हम तुम ही गोसाई, ईंधन उपात किरात मिताई, यह हमारी अति बड़ी सेवकाई, ले ही न बासन बसन चोराई, हम जड़ जीव जीव गण घाती, कुटिल कुचाली कुमति कुजाती, पाप करत निसि बासर जाही, नहीं पटकटि नहीं पेट अघाही, सपने वो धर्म बुद्धि कस काऊ, यह रघुनंदन दरस प्रभाऊ, जब ते प्रभु पद पदुम निहारे, मिठे दुसह दुख दोष हमारे, बचन सुनत पुर जन अनुरागे, तिनके भाग सराहन लागे, लागे सराहन भाग सब अनुराग, बचन सुनावही बोलनि मिलनि सिय राम चरण, सनेहु लखि सुख पावही, नर नारी निदरहि नेहु निज सुनि कोल बिल्लनि की गिरा, तुलसी कृपा रघुवंश मनि की, लोहलय लौका तेरा, बिहरहि बन चहुओर, प्रतिदिन प्रमुदित लोग सब, जल ज्यों दादुर मोर, भये पीन पावस प्रथम. The tribals. तुम प्रिय पाहुने बन पगुधारे. They tell the Nagaravasis, you have come to this forest as our guests. You are a welcome guests to the forest. Seva joguna bhaga hamare. But I don't know whether we are really fit to serve you. Why? We are illiterate people. We are low-born people. We are not educated. We don't know anything. You are all very high-qualified people, class of people. Whether we are, is it right on our part? Do we deserve to serve you? We don't know. But we are not lucky enough to serve you all the time. Devaka tumahi gosai. Hey Gosai, dear sirs, they are telling the people of Ayodhya, what can we offer you? In this city, varieties are available. When some guests come to your house, you can give so many varieties. But in forest, in the tribal land, what do we have? Kaham. What can we give you? Indhanupata kirata mitai. At best, we can give some fuel for you to cook something. Fuel meaning what? Wooden pieces for them to light the fire. Some important leaves to make bowls, or even some of the leaves which we eat, greens. And all are, we can only give as mitai. Out of our friendship, we can give this much. And the best part, I told you, next chaupai, very, very, very interesting. यह हमारी अति बड़ी सेवकाई, Lehin basana basana churai. My dear Nagaravasis, tribal people tell. You know what is our greatest service to you? यहाँ हमारी अति बड़ी सेवक आई, big सेवा आई. What is that? लेहिन बासन बसन चराई. We do not steal or remove your things. Otherwise, our story is totally different. Your utensils, your clothes, your things, we won't steal. This is the greatest seva we are doing. If it were others, our first attempt is that only. Hama jada jiva jiva gana ghati. Jada jiva, we are illiterate, jada people. We don't have that much of sense. Very low people, and we are violent. Jiva ghana ghati. We are so violent, we even kill others for the sake of any gain. We are ready to kill. Kutila, crooked. Kuchali, crooked by nature, and Kuchali, wicked. Kumati, evil minded. Kujati, low born. Papa karata nisibasara jahi. Our nights and days, Nisibasara is only in sinful activities, killing, troubling. Nahi patakati, nahi peta aghahi. And we don't have even good clothes to cover ourselves. Some bark of tree or some skin of some animal, like that. We don't have proper nice food to eat. Whatever we find, just kill and then eat and then just heat it up probably with the fuel and then just fill up the belly. Gurudev used to use a very beautiful slang or his way of, he has got several ways of, very capturing your mind. He is a cutter, looter, murderer, plunder. Let me fill up my belly. That way he used to say. Similarly, these people are so cutter, looter, murderer, plunder. They want to fill their belly. Sapne hu dharma buddhi ka sakahu. Even in the wildest dreams, dharma is not at all our cup of tea. That buddhi has never come to us. Kasakahu. There is no purity in us. There is no goodness in us. Nothing. Yaha Raghunandana Darasa Prabhavu. But if at all you see love in us, if at all you see goodness in us, if at all you see we are so enthusiastic, energized to serve you, Yaha Raghunandana Darasa Prabhavu. It is only because of the virtuous Bhagavan Shri Raghunanji, his blessings alone, his power, Prabhavu. जबते प्रभु पद पदुमनिहारे मिटे दुसह दुख दोष हमारे. Ever since this fortune has come on us, ever since Bhagavan has reached us, ever since we are able to touch his lotus feet, ever since we are able to have his darshan, mite dasah dukha, all our dukkha has just vanished. Terrible dukkha, all of them, everything vanished, evil thoughts disappeared. That is the glory of Bhagavan. That is why keep on chanting Ramanama, keep on chanting Ramanama or your Ishtadevata, whatever may be, all are one and the same. Ekameva Advitiyam Brahma. Therefore, chant, keep taking the name. That will, if not anything, keep us away from wrong thoughts. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. Therefore, keep the mind fully engaged with his Namasmarana. Namasmaranat anya upayam nahi pashyamo bhavatarane. Ram Hare. Think, constantly chant. Bachana sunata purajana nurage. All the citizens were so overwhelmed with all that emotional, loving care of all the tribal people. They were so happy to receive these words. Tina ke bhaga sarahana lage. They all felt it is their good fortunes, their punya karma and the grace of the Lord that they could come here and experience this wonderful people, tribal people with so much of love, So much of pure hearted, people there. लागे सराहन भाग सब अनुराग बचन सुनावही. They all felt, each one of them started praising the wonderful fortune that has come upon them, and everybody started speaking. Everybody, spoke about the good feelings which they were showered by the Gramavasis. बोलनी मिलनी सिय राम चरण सनेहु लखी सुख पावही. Everyone, bolani, speaking, milani, coming into contact with, talking to each, all of them with so much of, polite manners. And the devotion at the feet of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji and Sita ji. Nar nari nidarahi nehu nij suni khaula billani ki gira. Nara nari, men and women, nidarahi nehu nij suni. And, they actually felt that their love and affection, was so small compared to all these people who had, who have so much of love and affection, and they talk of kolas and billas, and then when they were, whenever we talk of those people, uneducated people, grama, like that we will see. But here, when they see their love and affection towards Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji and Sita ji, and the love they showered to the Ayodhya Vasis, everyone felt they are so small in front of these people. Tulsi kripa raghubam samani ki lohalai laukatira. Tulsi Dasi says, it is only through the grace of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji that, even an iron block can float in water. If Bhagavan's grace is there, even an iron block floats in the water. And even a very light wood can drown if his grace is not there. Birahi ban chahor pratidina pramudita log sab. Time and again, day after day, people roam through every part of the forest, and then they derive great delight in watching the birds, seeing the animals, seeing the beautiful trees and plants and varieties of flowers and fruits and roots and bulbs and everything. And at the same time, in between, enjoying the beautiful, delightful love of all the tribal people. Ramashrama Visa, isn't it? Chitrakuta Parvata, Ramashrama, and Kamadagiri, that mountain, it is called. All of that, they roamed around everywhere. Jalajo Daduramore, and frogs and peacocks, and all of them also, they all were dancing during that beautiful, probably it must have been raining at that time. So in that rain, even they were also enjoying Bhaye Pini Pavasa Prathama. So by the first showers, Prathama Pavasa means at that time the rains must have started. So peacocks were dancing, all the frogs were croaking and all that, and it was all a beautiful sight to behold. Now we will allow them to go further and enjoy those places and meet them again tomorrow and see what happens. All right. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।